In this video, Kevin and I are going to be going over our likes and dislikes for February. Actually, we, for this channel, didn't put anything in the dislike pile.
Nothing we hated enough to say, oh.
Right. But if you're interested in a dislike, stay tuned to the end of the video because that's when we talk about Kevin's other channel, Lunchtime Review.
Might have one there.
He might have a dislike there. So, okay, so no dislikes. It was a shorter month, so we don't have as many things I don't feel like. But we did have some absolute favorites. So, this Grandma Bell's Banana Split Jam, I loved it. Kevin wasn't about it as much as me because of the banana.
The banana.
But I really liked it. Asma sent us this from Ohio, and some of you told me you were going to order some stuff from her. Thank you very much for doing that. I think that's very nice of you. Asma's always so nice and sending us things. And these were heavy jars. 19-ounce jars, and it was a good price too. I took the price off of it. But I remember it was a good price and it was really good jam. This is made by the Little Turtles company that makes chocolates. Really, really nice. So we appreciate Asma sending us that.
I have these, the Poppy hand-crafted popcorn, the pimento cheese and the salted caramel. The company actually sent these to us.
Yeah.
Did we review either one of these this time around?
We reviewed the pimento cheese.
Yeah. But this one we'd already reviewed in the past, but it was still a favorite. It was a favorite then, it's still a favorite.
Yeah, it had made it in our favorites back when we first tried it. That's the one that Sarah sent us from California.
It's such a good texture.
So what's funny is, aren't these made in like Asheville? Yeah, these are made in Asheville, North Carolina, which is
right
like
next door to us
next door neighbors. So it was so funny. Sarah sent us this from California, and I'm like, I've never even seen that before, and they're our neighbors. And then the company sent us more of it, and we loved it. My dad has moved to South Carolina, though, and he was telling me about this store. It's called Mast General Store. And so I got on YouTube, and I thought, you know, everything is on YouTube. And so I typed in Mast General Store because I thought somebody's done a tour of the store, and there was a guy that had. Well, what was funny is he's going through the store, and he's showing all the food and stuff like that. They sell Poppy in that store.
Makes sense.
Yes. So it's like, oh my gosh, I need to tell my dad, because I know my dad has never had that brand. I need to tell my dad, you need to go in there and you need to pick up that Poppy because you're gonna love it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Of course, he's more of a salty popcorn, not a sweet popcorn, but he would like it.
But the pimento cheese, and they have all kinds of savory flavors.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get the sweet. They have all kinds to choose from.
It's good. Good popcorn.
These were sent to us from Adrian. This is called stuffed cookies. This was our favorite one, the Oreo V-Day cake cookie. It was vanilla brown butter, Oreos, cookie butter, and Valentine's Day sprinkles.
It was good.
Actually, it says filled with Lotus Biscoff cookie butter. Yeah, this one, the brown butter was Lotus Biscoff cookie butter. Yeah. It was absolutely incredible.
It's very good.
Yes. These cookies, they were all good. They all come packaged, individually packaged like this. So a lot of cookies I don't think are worth the price. I don't know how much Adrian paid for these, but
they were good.
They were good, yeah.
These are the Russell Stovers. One is the chocolate truffle, and the other one is the confetti cake. And they, since it's around Easter, they're in egg form. They should have these in other forms at other times, but these are really good. They were both new too. Yeah. This one had a new filling, and this was just new entirely. And I think we both liked both of them, honestly. The confetti cake was just a really good vanilla cake flavor, and then the chocolate was a really good like truffle flavor. It was just, they were awesome.
And after that video, I had several people recommend certain flavors to me in the comments. We had already tried those flavors in the pumpkin form. So that's the thing is we have a lot of Russell Stover in our area. It's available here, which I'm very glad. Although I know that there is an outlet We don't have an outlet. I think they have an outlet in Gatlinburg, but we do not have an outlet. Have never been to the outlet. I wish we would have an outlet though,
Pretty cool.
because that would be awesome. Yeah, some people had recommended certain flavors, and you just really. I have a Russell Stover playlist, or you can do a search on the channel, Tammy Dunn Russell Stover, and then whatever flavor, and the video will pop up. Because chances are we've tried it. It's just not in an egg form. It might be in a Santa or a snowman, or or a pumpkin. Okay.
Or an ornament.
An ornament. Yeah, that's what they do. They do the ornaments.
They do ornaments.
Talenti dairy-free gelato layers. This was the blueberry crumble.
It was good.
Blueberry oat muffin crumble, cookie crumble sauce, vanilla oat gelato, and oat crisps. Wonderful. You would never know it was dairy free. There was, and it said blueberry, but there wasn't a ton of blueberry in it.
No, it was very oaty.
Yes,
It was almost like you put granola in your ice cream. That's what it was like.
That's what it was like.
Yeah.
And I love
very
these containers. These containers are terrific. We use them for everything.
All kinds of
so
stuff.
don't throw your containers away.
Put your Q-tips in them and your cotton balls or whatever.
We do.
I'll just do both of these. This one is it's Ben and Jerry's. This one is the Tony's Chocolati Love Affair. And this one is the topped Boston Cream Pie. And these are both just overall excellent flavors. I mean, really, they were.
I said during the video, I know that this is a good video to watch because we put out a lot of videos every month, and if you don't have time to watch those videos, you can watch this one. So that's why I'm going to repeat this. If you like the chocolate therapy, you will love the Tony's Chocolonely, the special batch. That's the only bad thing about it is it is a special batch. So, I'm sure they've combined forces for just a little while, and so you're not going to be able to get it forever.
But what they should do is come out with something, even though it's not Tony's, it should be something else that's the same thing. I also that was the one that had the crunchy pieces of caramel, wasn't it?
It was delicious.
It wasn't, it says caramel, but it really wasn't caramel. It was like
it was crispy pieces.
It was almost like toffee almost. It was awesome. And I'm not a chocolate ice cream fan usually either, but that was really, really good.
But the difference between like the chocolate therapy and that one, this one is sweeter. Yeah. It's actually really, really
the chocolate therapy tends
to
be a little darker.
Yeah, and this one's sweet, so I would love for you all to try that.
Yeah, it's very good.
Then I have two Fredericks by Meyer. These are both peanut spreads. They were in little jars. This is the German style chocolate cake, and this is the Scotcheroo. So I'm pretty sure, I was going to say, did we find them in the peanut butter area? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know if these were, it's a peanut spread. You would think they would be in the peanut butter area. But now I'm thinking they were more, I'm not sure. They were good. They were, Fredericks by Meyer is a Meyer brand. They say peanut spread, but I guess you could eat them on a piece of bread or a Ritz cracker or something. Yeah. It's best with just a spoon. Just a little, if you have a little baby spoon, and if you don't have a baby spoon, you should buy one, even if you don't have a baby in your house, because they're good for little jars like this.
Or you can buy the little plastic appetizer sets, and it has a little spoon.
You can. Baby spoons, though, are good. They have a lot of good uses,
things last longer.
You have, when you make deviled eggs, if you make deviled eggs, those little baby spoons are easier to fill a deviled egg. So they do have their uses. But these were really good. There were 4 different flavors, I think.
Just know that they were smaller jars. They're not big jars.
No. So that's why you eat them with a little spoon.
It does make them last longer. Okay, this is the Malta-Meal, the Blueberry Muffin Toasters. You get the big bag. So that's going for it, and it's worth it because the big bag, you'll enjoy eating every bit of it because it was awesome.
Excellent, yes.
The texture was really, I like the flavor of it, but the texture was excellent. This is the one that was like Golden Grams, weren't they? A little bit like the texture of them, yeah. This was that kind of like the texture of the Golden Grams, and but they were blueberry muffin kind of flavor. They were awesome.
They're very, very good.
Yeah.
It was like spot on blueberry, like you're eating blueberry muffin, but it's in a cereal.
And I always like the texture of Golden Grams anyway, so it has a similar texture. So yeah, it's a win all the way across for me. The only bad thing is it's a huge bag, so you have to eat all that.
Yes. It lasts
You have
a
to
while.
portion yourself.
Okay. Halo Top. Halo Top came out with some like mug cake type of things, and they also came out with a brownie and then the cookies. So my favorite thing, I personally would not buy those mug cakes again, any of them.
Any brand, anywhere.
But I'm not a mug cake person. But I really do like these peanut butter chocolate chip cookies.
Cookies were good. Honestly, the brownies were good.
The bad thing is they are 80 calories a cookie. So for me, they have a really good flavor, but it's like, why would you pay so much money to buy these when you could just buy a package of cookies that's going to be fewer calories?
Yeah.
So Oreo cookies aren't 80 calories. So, I mean, for me, it's like, why would I go to the trouble? I don't know. I was hoping they would be lower calorie because they are Halo Top. And
you might be able to lower the calories on that because there wasn't that, well, not by a lot though, because the mix alone is 60.
Well, and you're adding the butter. 3 tablespoons of butter. I
was going to say it was the other one that used the oil that you could have dropped it down calorie wise. This one you really can't because it's 60 regardless of what you use. It's just the dry powder is 60. So I agree with you. I think there's other mixes that
it was
basically
good,
the same
though.
calories or just slightly more. You can get other brands.
So even though I put it in the favorites video though because
they were good.
They're darn good cookies.
Yeah.
They're peanut butter chocolate chip. They're really really good cookies. But I personally would not buy them again because I don't want that many calories if I'm buying a Halo Top product. So.
These are the Madrid Potato Crisp Salt and Pepper Super Bond.
Super Bond.
I like their logo, the little
I
bull,
do too.
little bull and the lady bull.
We bought those at World
I
Market.
guess that'd be a cow, not a bull. It would be a lady bull. It'd be a cow.
I don't know what it is.
It would be a bull if it was a lady.
I don't know what it is.
Anyway, I like their logo in there. But anyway, they were really really good. This is the salt and pepper one. They also had just salt, which were not as good. But the salt and pepper were really, really good.
And they also had truffle, and we didn't even buy that.
Yeah, we didn't buy the truffle because we already knew we wouldn't like the truffle anymore.
No. Okay, I have the Magnum Double Gold Caramel Bars. These are sweet cream ice cream with a swirl of sea salt caramel dipped in a caramel sauce and caramelized chocolate with brown sugar crunch. These are awesome. Forget about the ice cream on the inside. Nobody cares about the ice cream on the inside.
That just holds the outside.
It just holds the outside. It's all about the outside shell.
It is.
And truly, if they could figure out a way to just make layers of the outside shell.
Like little chocolate crisp.
I could care less about that ice cream. I could eat the shell off and throw the ice cream away.
Yeah,
I just truly don't even care about that ice cream.
Most of the time I would never recommend Magnum because of the price. The price for 3 bars is really expensive. That was almost worth it for every once in a while treat.
Yeah. Big boy, big girl treat. Yeah.
They were good.
Yeah, those are for mom and dad, not the kids.
Okay, so these are Naughty Pretzels, smoky cheddar bacon and the chili lime, which you wouldn't normally see a chili lime anything around here because the lime juice is too strong. These were not. These are just a really nice.
You mean in a favorites video?
Yeah, in a favorites because usually the lime is too strong. Yeah. We're like, it's lime. Yeah, it's okay. These were excellent, and I think I ended up eating the rest of the cheddar bacons for sure. Can't remember the lime. I may have eaten those too. I can't remember.
Yeah, we reviewed like 4 or 5 in one.
Yeah, and I kept some and I gave away others.
And didn't we buy those at Home Goods? Is the price on the front? I think we bought them at Home Goods. I think we found them in the checkout at Home Goods or something like that.
Yeah, because I was like, we never tried those before, and but they're a good brand. If you see them in your area, if they sell them around you, then you should get them because they were really good. They're
Georgia. Yeah, Georgia grown. It says. Okay, so I have 2 things here. We bought these at Home Goods as well. The Pergola chocolate liqueur. This one had cherry liqueur, and this one was the brandy. And these are awesome. They have a different. There's a texture that if you've ever had the what are those called? Sometimes I can think of the name, sometimes On the Rocks. If you've ever had the On the Rocks brand of candy with the alcohol, then these would remind you of those.
They're like a sugary
yes.
crystal
Yes.
texture inside.
Yes, it's absolutely phenomenal. I love these. You do taste the alcohol, but they didn't go overboard. And
it's good because the sugary crystal adds structure to it, so it doesn't collapse and you get alcohol leaking everywhere. They're really
so
holds up
fun
well.
to eat. It's such a terrific texture. Yeah, the texture is everything in these. But these at Home Goods, they were only $3.99 a piece, and you get a bunch of them in there. So I have more than you, a lot more than you.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to show you two things at once. Trader Joe's salads. This is the Southwestern Chopped Salad, and this is the broccoli and kale slaw. So both of these were really, really good. A lot of people rave about that broccoli and kale slaw, and it was really nice. This one, if you prepared it all at once and put it in the refrigerator, it's fine. This one, I do have to say, is better. It would be better if you can eat it fresh. Yeah. Because this one had something that got, the tortilla strips. So what we did was we reviewed it, and then I ate like half of it for lunch and I think half for lunch and half for dinner is how I did it that day. But after it's sit in the refrigerator, the tortilla strips aren't as crispy. So what I do, if you're just gonna eat half of it, then only add half of your stuff in at that time and save the rest of it for later. This would be one that you would want to do that with. Now the slaw did not matter because it didn't have anything to get soft. Just this one did. But these both were really nice salads, and we had never really explored the salads at Trader Joe's, so I was glad we did. Buffalo Trace coffee. This was a huge surprise. And I have bought this since this review. I've said it many times, but I'll say it again if you're new here. It has a very strong smell. So it smells strong.
So it's like you've really taken bourbon and poured in it.
Yes. But, and so like in the morning, that smell is almost too much for me. But after I take my first sip, I'm completely fine. But I'm doing something with this one now that I've never done before because I've bought more of these. I have coffee, a flavor that I drink in the morning now. And then I have 2 cups a day. I have one in the morning, one in the afternoon. In the afternoon, this is what I drink in the afternoon. And it doesn't bother me at all, the smell in the afternoon, because it's like I'm awake. I'm just saying this might be a strong smell for you when you get up first thing in the morning. But it does have a wonderful bourbon flavor.
Actually does taste like bourbon.
It does taste like bourbon, and it's okay to have that bourbon in your coffee. And I love bourbon flavor, so I think it's delicious, and it's like, yeah, this is acceptable. This is okay to have my bourbon.
What you do is you take that into work and make it in the K-cup at work, and everybody smells it like you've got bourbon in your coffee all day long.
And they're like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with him?
They're drinking. They have a problem.
Well, I tell you what.
It is good. It's one of the only coffees we've ever had that actually tasted like bourbon.
Yeah, this will convince your brain that you did put a shot of bourbon in your coffee.
It smells just like it. This one is the Favorite Day, which is a Target brand. White chocolate strawberry cream candy bar.
But we think those are made by Hammonds.
They sure seem like it. And I thought we had...
We saw the H on it.
That's what it was.
It has the H on it.
It looks just like a Hammond's.
For Hammonds.
The chocolate itself had the H
they didn't
on
try
it.
to hide it.
Yeah, so it was really good. It had a good flavor, good texture. And Hammond's overall is kind of a 50-50.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Some of them have been really, really good, and some have been like, I'd never eat that again. This one was one of the good ones.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I have the Keogh's Irish potato chips. We love us
pretty much all of them are good.
Irish potato chips. These are the real Irish blue cheese. I'm pretty sure we found these at World Market, but I have also seen this brand at Home Goods. which kills me because normally I've paid at least $1 more for them at World Market. But if you ever see the Keogh's brand, just pick your favorite flavor and give them a try because, yeah, Irish potato chips are just, they're good potato chips.
They're different shape
crispy.
too. They're a little smaller than the ones we have here, where you get these massive Lays that are this big. Most of those are only about
smaller,
that big.
yeah.
Which is not a positive or negative. I'm just saying that they're smaller chips. These are the toxic waste worms, sour and chewy.
And those were terrific.
They're
they
really
had
good.
a great flavor, great
Candy
the texture.
dynamics.
The texture of those. We bought those at Big Lots, and I expected them to be like
Horrible.
yeah, I didn't expect them to be any good at all because there's some gummies that Big Lots sells, a brand that I do not like. We have not liked at all. They're shaped like pizzas and tacos and stuff like that. That brand is no good.
The gummy candy.
I would never waste my money on that. This was actually, they were terrific, and they came in bear form. You could get the gummy bears, or you could get the worms. You need to get those.
Yeah, the flavors are really good too.
And they're not like really, really sour.
They're sour than like Sour Patch Kids, but not overly sour.
No, not at all. So then I have the Kettle brand. These are the air fried, kettle cooked, air finished jalapeno, 30% less fat. These are new. They did not taste like jalapeno. They tasted like green onion is what they tasted like.
Which is weird.
It's weird, yeah. But they're really, really good. And I've seen them showing up at more grocery stores. Like I hadn't seen them like on the shelves everywhere before. Now I'm seeing them on the shelves more and more. But they're really nice. And if you like green onion, that's what these tasted like.
And they were a little hot, but not really bad.
No, yeah.
And the air fried really just dropped some of the fat because instead of just frying them, they drained the grease off after flash frying them for a second and then put them in the air fryer to finish them off. So you didn't have quite as much oil into them, so the fat's a little less. So.
Right. So do you want to do your...
My last one.
Okay.
My last one is the Dove, which Dove's pretty much good all around. This one is the dark chocolate ganache. This was really good. It was almost truffle-like in the center. It was like melt on your tongue. Dove is like one of the best chocolates. Just lay on your tongue and let it melt. Dove is one of those chocolates that is the best experience, is when you just lay it on your tongue and let it melt. And it's hard to do.
Well,
it's hard to let it sit.
Yeah, when we're doing reviews, we definitely can't do that.
Right.
We don't want to make you sit there and wait and watch us eat this piece of chocolate.
But I ate these afterwards, and I would literally just lay a whole square or even a half, bite it in half, and let the half square just melt on my tongue. So good.
Yeah, wonderful. It's good quality.
It's a good
chocolate.
melting chocolate kind of texture flavor.
And then this, I don't think will surprise anyone. This is the Cereal Pop Popcorn, the Post Fruity Pebbles. We bought this at Sam's Club, and it's like crack. It is so delicious.
She means because you want to keep eating more and
yes,
more of it. It's addictive.
It is addictive. It is absolutely wonderful. It has the texture, the flavor, everything about it is just spot on, stellar. I would get this again.
And if you like Fruity Pebbles, then you'll love those.
Yes. I would like to see them. You know, we buy a box of a variety box. I would like to see them, all of these. They have Twix, they have Snickers, they have Oreo.
Some of them are better than others.
They have the Nutter Butter. I would like to see them make them in smaller bags and put them in a variety. Well, yeah, because that way you can, you know your calories. Put them in something that's manageable, like 150 calorie bags.
Which is what the serving is.
Oh, hey, I didn't even see that. Yeah, put them in, a 1 1/4 cup or 30 grams, 150 calories. Put them in 150 calorie bags, put them in a variety bag. That would be awesome because I'd love for everybody to be able to try this. So good. Okay, so that's the end of that for the Tammy Dunn channel. Now, like I told you at the beginning, Kevin has another channel called Lunchtime Review. 4 days a week, he reviews either shelf-stable meals or frozen meals or the meals that you can just go take
heat and eat.
Heat and eat, yeah, heat and eat.
Or take and eat.
Take and eat, yeah. So then on one day a week, he goes out to eat. So if you're interested in fast food reviews, normally those are posted on Thursdays. So what did you have?
I did not have any likes, so there's nothing that really just blew me away this month.
That doesn't mean they were all bad.
No, I had some really good meals.
Yeah.
It's just some of them were. I didn't go. I usually only put 4.5 or 5s in the likes at the end of the month. Sometimes there's been some 4s, but most of the time they really have to be good 4s. I did have one hate though.
Kevin scores on a scale of 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
5's the best.
Yeah. Now this bag looks gross.
It does look disgusting.
I'm going to explain it first. These are the pouches of like pastas and rices. I tried some rices, that kind of stuff. This was by far the worst thing I've tried. It's got mold growing in it. but it's because the pouch has the food, and you can't. I wasn't going to wash the pouch out because I'm lazy. And so
why waste water?
So we just stuck the pouch in a bag. So it is growing.
It does look gross.
So it's got stuff growing on it. I gave this one a 2. I said it was just a very bad taste. Pretty much all of these pouch meals taste bad.
Although he did review some rice, another brand
I won't hold
completely.
it up anymore because it's grossly
Another brand completely that actually was good.
It was decent.
It was these that were really bad.
Yeah, there's that, and there's another brand that it's just the pouch stuff. I just don't trust them. You know.
What's bad is that at the end of these videos, when we turn off the camera, we'll pick out, like Kevin will pick out one favorite for the month, and I'll pick out a favorite for the month, and then if we have any dislikes, we'll have it for the month. That pouch is gonna be here.
I don't know. I don't know if I want
to the end. No, it won't hurt it to leave it in the bag to the end of the year. You have to put a dislike.
It'll be like watching the creep show.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be in this. I'm gonna have it in a basket until December.
Stephen King getting the meteor poop on his fingers. That's what it's gonna be like.
So that'll be worth watching in December, is to see what that looks like in December. Okay, so Kevin, I told you he goes out to eat. So this for February, you had the Papa John's crispy parm pizza. You had the KFC wraps. You had the classic and the spicy slaw, which they messed up. You had the Domino's loaded tots, there were 3. Philly cheesesteak, cheddar bacon, and 3 cheese. I enjoyed watching that one myself.
She said, I want some tots.
I know, I want some tots. Then you had, oh boy, this was an experience. You had the Joella's hot chicken, crispy cod Sammy. You had the fries, and you had the chocolate peanut butter pie in a jar.
The best out of the bunch was the Domino's. Honestly, the Domino's was the best out of the bunch.
If you didn't watch that video, you should watch it, because to see him just sit there and eat those tots.
And I could have sit there and ate
You're going to want some tots. You're going to want some.
Honestly, the Papa John's crispy parm pizza, I'll be honest with you, there wasn't enough cheese on the bottom of that. I mean, you could see a little bit of it. It made absolutely no difference at all with texture, flavor.
Is that the one where they messed up on that too? They were supposed to give you mushrooms.
Yeah, they were supposed to put mushrooms on it. They didn't. And it was like, did they give me somebody else's order? It's like, well, sure, they didn't give me somebody else's order because it had everything else I wanted on it. So it's just, it's one of those things. So it just didn't make any difference. You could have, I think the other pizzas were cheaper. I could have just gotten a regular pizza cheaper. The KFCs were good. The spicy, they didn't give me slaw. So it was just hot sauce on a piece of chicken, and it's like, okay. But I do have to admit, it was the first day they came out when I tried them. So maybe they just weren't used to making them. So that could be, I give them the benefit of the doubt. It was still good. I like their chicken. The Domino's across the board was really, really good. All of them were excellent. The Joella's, if you just get it as a fish meal, it would probably be really good just eating it as fish and not eating it as a sandwich or with any seasonings on it. It might have been really good because it was good and crispy. But I got, the first bite I took was the hottest thing I think I've ever eaten in my life. I mean, it was hot. My eyes and my mouth was still hot and burning and watery for 45 minutes after I took one bite. So yeah, it was crazy.
I feel bad though, because I mean, think about it. If you have like an aversion to heat. I mean, here we've recommended you all go to Joella's Hot Chicken because I've told you before, it's called hot chicken, but you don't have to get hot sauce.
Right.
You can get a milder sauce.
You can get a sweet sauce.
So imagine though, if I've recommended you go there and you order,
they screw up
and they mess up, and you get that. I mean, I'd say for some people, it's just not worth the chance that could happen to them.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Well, we've been a lot.
Kevin was in pain.
Yeah.
He was in pain.
Awful. I don't see how people eat that stuff
No.
all the time. But we've been to Joella's tons and
lot.
tons of times. That's the only time that's ever happened.
Yeah.
But the fish, I just wouldn't get any sauce on it. Eat it just as fish. But yeah, the Domino's was by far the best. And then if I had to do a second, it would be the KFC wraps. Although, you know, it's chicken tender.
Yeah, but those Domino's tots, if you missed that video,
They were good.
you need to watch it. But I hope you enjoyed the video. This is it for February. Like I said, it's a short month, so we don't have as much this month. But I hope you all enjoyed it, and anything you missed, you can go back and check out the videos. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you're not, and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. We always appreciate that very much, and thanks for watching.